It's too to be alive, so I'll get through here, try to move on, see what does say Mr. Yahuwah. Isn't that right? Still got to make our own way, and nothing changed on that. But with that being said, it's time to make motion, make sure we got this thing right. That's the most important thing. Everything else gonna prove itself out. In due time, I try to tell you about how you gotta get yourself prepared. Gotta be ready. That thing winding up on you. Make sure you're right. Make sure you got that raw hakadash. We do all the teaching we want to and preaching, but if you ain't minded, then make sure you get this thing and live by it. It ain't gonna help you. You can get your kids in better schools, live in a better neighborhood, and own more. And one thing, and make sure we get it right and identify what the enemy is. And what's the problem? We don't find out what our biggest problem in this system. Second to that is Qatar. That's sin. Those are the two biggest problems we got right now. Qatar and the American system. Isn't that right? So we're trying to break them. We're trying to break them strongholds so we can live right. Isn't that right? We're still working on trying to establish ourselves to be a nation. Right now they recognize us as the African American people, which means they don't recognize us at all. We need to be recognized as a nation. Isn't that right? We need to be recognized as the nation that was kidnapped from Africa. Isn't that right? That's in America. Isn't that right? That's how they need to recognize us. The African that were kidnapped and stolen from Africa that reside in America. Isn't that right? We don't want to take away where we come from, and we don't want to forget where we at. Isn't that right? That'd be the best identity. They need to put it on paper. So they look at us and say, you the people that were stolen from the regions, were taken from what they call Asia, Asor, from where the sun rises. Isn't that right? And brought us over here where this is considered the ass end of everything. Yep. We was over there at the top. They put us in the bottom down here. Well, we saw it first. That's how we saw it. We were when the Shamash came up. Yes, so when the Shamash, when he said, let it be our oil, it hit over there before it came over here. It was still in darkness. When these cave dwellers saw the Shamash, it had already gone down. Now we here. Isn't that right? We here. And now we're trying to show them how what they call darkness can be our because shock is light. Although we got skin that's not as light as theirs, we manifest stuff. That makes us light. He said, whatsoever make manifest. He said, that's our That's light. So the so-called Negro in America is our Isn't that right? That depends now. If you're Yoruba, Nigerian, that's a whole nother subject. Everybody from now, we can't take everybody. Isn't that right? I know it's some good ones out there, but you just about gonna walk all the way up to your neck. Well, you find them. They're most swindling people. They're the original Nigeria. They're the original Mizraim. They were moved out of their region and were put over in other areas. So most people don't know that when they look at it. They're the Mitzar. Those are the people who had you in captivity. That's why they work so good with these white people when they come. You'll never see them. They'll talk trash with you with them white folk. They ain't gonna sit in the white folk face. They in it together. That's why they let some of them Nigerians come over. Y'all don't know that, do it? Oh yeah, the Yoruba. Now you ain't got all of them. You got Hausa. They're a smaller group. You got Igbo. Igbo the one considered to be us. Yeah. See, the Yoruba was supposed to toll on when they tried to escape. Yeah, Yoruba no Jew. No, they're not. The Yoruba. Now, I dealt with the Igbo. Igbo some really good folks. I remember some good Igbo. I'm sure like everything though, you got some rats in it like we do here. We got rats in ours too. We got disproportionate bad people in ours as well. So then everybody, but when it come down to Yoruba, they gonna show enough swindle you out of something. You ain't been beat, you been beat by a Yoruba. That's the truth. A lot of folks don't know about it. I had someone on here me up one night to come get some truck. They got I talked to them, joking around, wait about 9:30, them joined the camera and started talking. I said, you're Nigerian? Yeah. I said, what? You're about it? I said, I don't even do business with y'all. I told them flat. I said, I wouldn't even waste no time. I wouldn't even wait on you. I said, no, I don't wait no time. Full of shit. Full of shit. Got down the chain and I'm how about if I get, I said, man, you don't give me nothing. I said, I don't need to do business with y'all. I ain't been to catch one of y'all do business straight yet. I'm just being honest. I'm telling you to check them. When they folk come, they say you're mine. Go ahead and do business with it. You'll get shitted. I'm telling you that it's a stream of them. They terrible with that stuff. I hear them, they tell me that, I let them know up front. I said, I don't even do business with you. I just be up front across the table to them. I don't even want to fake it with you. I just don't do no business with you. I already know how you do business. You're going to lie and you're going to steal. And you're going to cheat. It's in them. They used to own us. You know what I'm telling you about the so-called Negro American? I'm telling you how hypocrite they are. Yep. Hypocrites. They'll talk about white folk, call them crackers, and tell them how these crackers treat them. You stayed in 400 years in Nazarene. Most niggas ain't got a brain. You ain't got a rat side brain. Ain't nobody here you longer in slavery than them. These niggas were hollering 400 years when America wasn't even 200 years old. So we've been enslaved, the white man, 400 years. Nigga, do your math. How you came up with 400 years in the 1800s? They didn't even get here until the 1600s. You still ain't hit 400 yet on the days these folk counting what you got. But that's how it is, though. They don't want to do it. You spent 430 in Nazarene. 430 years. They the first people did abortion on your babies. Yep. See, the so-called nigga don't know no better. He's so stupid. He said, right, let's say, hold on for a second. Just come on, Cowboy, just walk by. Yeah, come on for me. You stop. No, not you, karate. Stop, slow down. Come on. Not you, karate. Come on, okay, yeah. Yeah, man, what's up, my brother? Yeah, come. You just walk up by and go, yeah, man, I was like, they're all right. Yeah, cracker. Tell me why I hate them crackers. I hate them crackers, because them cracker hells in slavery, man. Can't like them crackers, man. You can't be with that. Hey! You supposed to do it one time. You good now, you good. He said keep going, I say cut. But you know what I'm saying? But then, so this when you hypocrite. Then the white people listen, let niggas know they're hypocrites. How you do that with them when you spent 430 in Nazarene? You spent more time and you cried out because of how they did you. They made you build pyramids. You ain't have no Tonka toys. You ain't have no caterpillars. You ain't have all that machinery. All you had was this. You died and suffered in Nazarene 430 years. Everybody with black skin, you run to them and start kissing them. They fall on their knees. Look, as soon as we saw that white man, we got cracker, dirty cracker, slave owner. What you gonna do with them? Most of our people don't know about it. I told you, the average Negro is a hypocrite. Because he's so targeted on one color. You've been on a slave more time than your own people than anybody else. Yep. See, I'm just practical. I don't want part of none of them. Right. I can do business with any of them. I just can't be under them. Right. Yoruba, Nazarene, white folk, I can't be under slave. I can't be under none of them. Asian either, none of them. I can't be under none of them. I can do business and trade with you. I ain't found nobody that never treated our race right. Nobody. So I can't be under nobody, but I'm kind of super loud. What we doing? We doing a reverb thing? Adjusting, that's what they're doing. That's what Pastor Kasha said. It's your birthday, ain't it? I ain't get you for your birthday. I gotta make up something you get up for your birthday. It's the man's birthday, he didn't get you. How y'all doing? It's the man's birthday. You gotta use, isn't that right? Let's play a birthday song for him. You know what we're playing? Play it for him a little bit. Yeah, they can get it for it. So I want to definitely get honor who honor do. Man, I live a long time. I'll make sure we get it. So you know to play it on it. Y'all know to play? They kick it on for him. So we'll get that cross there. We're going to get ready and get started. So that way they get through that. We'll try to go on and keep on moving. We're going to do it. Everybody that birthday come, we acknowledge them. So don't try to act like all of a sudden y'all knew now. Birthday, when is a birthday? There you born, nigga. He folk like I don't know. See, white folk mess up so bad. One of you know folks that say you ain't supposed to celebrate your birthday. And where exactly that right now? Cause we're gonna have a problem when Abraham made a great feast to Yasakar. When he was weaned. We just got a problem. We have a problem with a lot of this stuff. See, a lot of times white folk put that, it's because we don't play with the birthday cake and the blowing the wishes. Because that's what, see, how many of y'all don't know what that symbolize when you're blowing the candles out? Can you turn it just a little louder? I really want to see how loud I can get. Thank you. That's for Kasha's birthday. But he said, appreciate it. When you go and you blow those candles out, you're actually this is supposed to be the daughter of Zeus. When she's blowing the candle out, why tell her make a wish? She's asking Zeus to give her something. Zeus is the head of all the gods. Most of y'all don't know the Greek philosophy of what they teach. Zeus is the head god who got beat up by his son. Then he got their daughters, the muses. The muses, y'all know about all of them. That's why they folk get you to see the comedian stuff. If you ever paid attention to some of the comedian stuff, they'll show you all the masks. Those are the muses, which are the daughters of Zeus. See, niggas don't know about it. We just run to a comedy club, they'll show you a sad face. Niggas just be thinking he doing something. These niggas who up there doing the comedian don't even know they playing with the Greek god. They don't even know they playing. Greeks ain't never, the Greeks are some of the biggest devil playing worshipers out here. They make us burn ourselves when we get to college. Get kings. Like you got to do some crazy stuff. It's always something crazy. It's always something crazy you got to do to get in it. White folks stuff. Same thing with the Mason. Riding a goat. Make absolutely no sense to be butt naked on top of no goat. Everybody, and all these folks are number devil worshipers. That's all that shadim, number demons. And people say, sit down and eat with a goat. When you ever been taught to sit down and eat with an animal? Yahushua told you about a boy who left his father, and he left that. They called him the prodigal son, which is not written. And only you call him prodigal because it means extremely wasteful, because he messed up everything he had. And when he got so low, what did he get ready to do? He almost ate the slop that the hogs ate. And he remembered, didn't he? And he didn't do it. So how you let somebody convince you to sit down and eat with a goat? We don't eat with no animals. We don't ride it. We don't do that food. That's their stuff. Always these freak people. They always get stuff and hand it to niggas and act like it come from us and they hand it back to us. That's your shit. Let them have it. Everything they got to give back. Take that candy cane, hit their ass over the head, we'll let them have it. Let me tell you something. A lot of times, now let me say that for business, see, if blacks use their head when they use a so-called Negro, it's a business you can do. But most of the niggas they tell you they can't graduate, most of them niggas be drunks and crackheads. They just get old, they horseshoe, or they little triangle, they down on their foot, they done wrinkle all up in their skin, they ain't do nothing with it. Now you got people come out, get frat brothers that do well, and they do business deal with their frat brother and they grow from it. And you got niggas don't do their frat brothers in jail. Frat brothers, you know what, a lot of people, they'll trick you into a lot of stuff, have you sit around and worship and stuff. Just like the women, Eastern Star. You can't be no Eastern Star here in America. That don't make no sense. You away from the Shamash. They just give us stuff, but we don't know no better. It look good. They'll write up books and give it to us. We'll read and study the book. But we don't realize the people that gave it the book, these folks are nothing but demons. I ain't said demons, they demons. Shadim. That's our word for demons. You need to know what y'all dealing with. Remember, these folks come out and say, everybody think they clever. These people ain't smart. They stole everything they got. Yep. They get it, rearrange it, come back and give it to you and look like they just created something. Make a fool out of our people. Yep. You keep them, they go to college, that's why we get y'all. Y'all ain't gonna go in there and play as nothing. You keep yourself straight. They'll tell you about, you don't wait, that stuff waste of your time. Go out and get drunk, get sloppy, get up. You went to a guy that get holed up. You don't need to be playing with that stuff. Everything you got covered in Greek, you're gonna play with some which you gonna have to get naked. Yeah. In some kind of way, it's gonna involve some gotta be done crazy. Yeah. Why you just can't walk in and sign up and just do something, just start making business deal and just be brothers? Why we gotta beat the hell out you for you to be one of us? Don't even make no common sense. Why we gotta beat? Why? But you just show you, white folk don't do the stuff we do. White folk gonna get drunk, get high. White folk gonna own business and corporation. They gonna be presidents, vice presidents, secretary of state, commander-in-chief of the military. They gonna be generals and stuff like that. They gonna make it. They gonna do something. They know these folks gonna do. They gonna sit over the military, all four branches. What they gonna do? Get his ass beat with every branch on the tree. Yeah, we don't know no better. Listen, I'm here to save. Y'all going to college? Anyone y'all want to go to college? Want to go to college? Want to go to college? You want to go to college? I can teach you whatever you need to know right now. Save your money. You ain't got to join. You don't need to whoop on your ass to go nowhere. Sit down right here. We'll talk to you, teach you what you need. You going there? Let me say this now. I am not against higher learning. I'm against going there and you falling asleep and you succumbing to it. Everything they teach, you got to learn how to use it. And no, they don't taught you to do that for them. They don't teach you nothing for you. They teach white people. Everything white folk go there and learn is beneficial for them. Everything you learn, you're going to find out you can't survive outside of what they taught you. Go find how many people got a college degree can survive outside of what they were taught. Most of them can't. That's all they know. They were trained to do it. First thing they tell you, most of these people can't think outside of what they do. College don't even teach you how to get your own. College teach you how to work for somebody else. Kind of teach you how to give you a vocabulary. You still don't know shit, but you sound good when you say it. I like Saturday Chicken, I don't know shit. You're like, wow, that sounds very educational. Oh, they don't teach you that. They'll teach you how to keep you locked down. That's all they're gonna do with you. I ain't against it. It's just once you know what you're going there for, you learn how to use it for your benefit. See, white man go get an engineering degree, white man got an engineering firm. Nigga go there and get an engineering degree, he right down here at McDonald's trying to find out when they gonna start $18 an hour downhill payment. Cause you ain't gonna make it far with them. Unless you gonna go in there, you gonna be an ass kisser. I'm with y'all. A lot of these jobs y'all trying to go here for, you ain't gonna make it unless you kiss some ass. You gotta subscribe to the system. It's designed that way. Everything you cut, listen, anything you get in, it's a club, it's a fraternity. That's why you gotta pay your dues before you go up. It's just like a fraternity, pay your dues. Once you pay your dues, you can beat somebody else then. They keep paying. Everybody gotta pay your dues first. Everything you do, pay your dues. Go and join a football, basketball team, pay your dues. What I'm saying? Pay your dues. Everybody gonna run you through, everybody suck you. We're trying to get y'all to avoid all that hurt. Because a lot of people crash in the middle of paying your dues. Waiting on other people to get out the way before you can finally start trying to get somewhere. We can't afford to do that. We got to start off at the top. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Then we got Kasha, so we can get her. All right. I'm going to play this song for Kasha. For her birthday, then we're going to jump on. We'll get ready and let them do their thing. There you go, drum cut, yeah!
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
Yo, got it. Happy birthday, Kashi! Y'all lock the chain. All right, we're going to get ready and let them go. All right, come on, get ready. Y'all know, do your thing. That's right, then. All right. Everybody that's able, we're going to go down. What y'all doing? We got to change up. We don't got lazy. Eternal, Kudashaba in the Shema Yahushua, Yahushua HaMashiach Hadu, for the recom you showed to us through Yahushua HaMashiach, for the ahab that you showed because you ahab the Abbas, because you ahab them, you ahab the Benin, even unto us, to blot out all our ma'al and our katar, which are our transgression, our sins, giving us an opportunity we might be able to yakra, which is called upon your Shem, your name. Ask you to be with us, to halak us, which is guide us, unto the Darak, which is the way, unto the Arak, which is the way of life. Giving us an opportunity to open our lobs, which are our minds, that we might have an understanding of your writings, which are the kitabeams, the scriptures. Letting it be emboldened and printed in our inner lob, which is our hearts. That might be upon us that we might always zakar, which is remind us of your amar, your commandments, your ordinances, your statutes, which if each doth it, he shall even live by it. And we ask you to grant us that Alam Kai, which is eternal life. Barak Jerusalem, your Shamayim and your Sabut, your Raha and your Malaki. Barak those we commit to you and Palando as to Palau with them and for them to grant them the law of Shazayim. Those that support your Dabarim, that seek your recom as well, grant them and be with them. And as we prepare to move further, we allow that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, the kabud, which is the praises and the glory, in the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Woo! What's going on, Blue Suit? You getting taller and taller every service, ain't it? How tall are you now? 6'9"? You You know how tall you are? You taller than you were last week, don't you? That's what I thought. No, you can't do that for so long now. And why your knees give out? All right. This is we're using the Beth Mashiach is what we're using, which is supposed to be a revised of what they took from James, and it's gone back and taken the Greek, the Latin, well, the Greek, which is the Septuagint, which stands for 70 books. He's taken the Latin Vulgate, which is the authorized Catholic version, and gone back and reprinted and put it into what's believed to be the arboreal terminology today, if it was spoken or said. We still check everybody. We don't fall asleep for nobody. We only trust one, that's Yahuwah. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. So this is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Why are we so high? Am I missing something? This 5, ain't it? 4, we're too high. Whoa, hurt my eyes. You gonna come down some more? What? Y'all gotta come up here. Y'all gotta bring this down. Okay. All right, listen. All right, listen.
Or whatever Nikatah before,
Which was whatever was written before.
Nikatah for our lament,
It was written to teach us.
that we, through endurance,
So that through endurance, which is willing to go through something without giving way,
and the kum of the Ketubim,
which is the consolation of the Ketubim, which are the scriptures or the writings.
might have your call.
That's right, which means we wait with an expectation. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
So let's look at something in the 24th chapter of the book of Oriah. They call it Luke. I'm trying to be before y'all long. I have something else. Trying to do let's see. 17. See if it's 24:17. Let's see what that say. Okay, this is 24:17 of the book of Oriah. They call it Luke, but his name means Yah shineth. Oriah. All right, listen.
And he said unto them,
He said to them,
what manner of communications are these
what are these words that you are exchanging
that ye have one to another,
with each other?
as ye hallock and are sad?
And he says you are walking together on the road. They stopped and their faces dejected. That's the expression. What did we look up dejected? Have y'all ever used that in a sentence? When a conversation dejected, your face looked dejected. I know some people their face done dejected. It's a verb, so it's an action word. See, white people write, they let them know, first I let you know it's archaic. That's the first thing that these white folks see. When white people write words, they see, nigga, we go straight to well. Definition, make sad or dispirited, depressed. See, white people want to teach themselves, they want to let them know, first of all, what are we dealing with? A noun, a verb, an adverb, a pronoun. They want to know all these different things. Isn't that right? So they know, first of all, let them know, first of all, this word is archaic. We don't use it anymore. It's outdated, it's old. All they had to do is just, ancient or what they want to do. Then they let you know it's a verb. So it's a word action. So verbs are action words, correct? So you're dealing with the expressions, you'll be dealing with somebody's actions, correct? So they already know it's a verb. So here it just basically means make sad or dispirited or depressed. So when he saw them, he wanted to know about their communication because their faces, no doubt, gave the same, their faces also was concluded with their conversation. The way they looked and the way they spoke. We talked about before, the book talked about in all manner of communication. A lot of times you look at communication not just verbally, you can also, so if that's the case, if we just go with verbal, then what are we gonna do with people that's hearing impaired? So you do sign languages, correct? So that'll be a part of, their communication. So it's also, when they deal with communication, it's in their actions, okay? So we look at, y'all understand that? Make sad or dispirited, depressed. So we know, and so now even go back to look at the origin where this word came from. So we can go back and look, and then we know this is a word that came from the Latins. Y'all got it? Okay. It's important to know this stuff. Well, I'll say this. It's not important depending. This is what you guys got to always remember, okay? We speak a language that was given to us by our oppressor. With this language, before this language, we were kidnapped and we were raped, we were butchered, we were sold, we were humiliated, we were robbed. We learned the language, we were kidnapped, we were robbed, we were beaten, we were tortured, we were still sold. We went to school to be educated, how to properly speak the language and how to define the language. We were robbed, we were kidnapped, we were murdered, all these things. So now we gotta look at this in a different setting than how we've been doing it. That makes sense to keep repeating the same action if it hadn't availed nothing for us. So now when we look up their words, we gotta look at, a lot of stuff have, just like they have a class, not even a class, what's a class? It's building and coding. So they teach you how they typically go and they actually put letters and they put them under certain numbers so they can code them, so they can pull them out. You got people that know how to do what they call decoders. They like doing military. They'll get people who can decode messages. Y'all remember stuff like that? Because it's coded for a reason, correct? Yeah. So everybody don't know what it is or what it says. So it's this. It just don't look like it to you. See, white people got order. I told you before, when they do those spelling bees, I don't watch them. Most of the words they spell, hell, I ain't gonna use them anyway. That's just business. Don't make no sense. I'm not impressed with these little Indian kids. You kiss ass on white people. I'm not impressed with you. I'm just not. Little Indian kid, I'm not impressed. When the Chinese kids come on here and get all these masters, I'm not impressed. You came to a domination because you couldn't stand in your own nation, so you came on here to look like you were a genius when you basically an average student where you came from. Yeah, they being prevalent with Chinese. Those Chinese people smart. If they are, they'll stay there and they'll make it where they at. Y'all always get impressed with. They don't impress me. Hell, I don't want to impress me out of minute. Bruce Lee and he dead. I'm just not impressed with them. But most of y'all didn't know that, did you? Why y'all think their parents moved them over here? They only moved here because they can't make it. I mean, over there you're an average student. So you move over here and everybody's a dummy. America will pay you for being smarter than them when you really ain't that smart in your own nation. That's why you're here. Okay. All right. I haven't said all that. So I try to get us to understand some things, okay? We'll look at stuff just like when we were originally just using the King James Version. I call it perversion, okay? We were on the surface. And white people know how to play you. White people know what they wrote. They keep trails on what they've done. They got pathways of what they're doing. They know how to use this book better than you do. They know you want. They taught you not to go out. Let me see. Can I borrow yours for a second? Hey, Smith, just borrow your book. You tell any Christian preacher. You know what he tell you? You know why there's a cover on the front and the back? Because everything God got it right here. If it ain't in here, it's out there. You don't need it. That's how they'll play you. White people gave you just enough. A lot of your books have been taken out, moved, destroyed because the people your handlers gave it to. He knew eventually I have to communicate with you. Eventually you're going to get to this point, and he's already got to. Listen, do you know how this man has set himself up so well that it didn't matter how much you learn, how much you make, he's still set up that he can take everything you got. He still owns you. It doesn't matter how much education. When has our education brought us out? When have white people say, hold on for a minute, I can't shoot you, you're too smart. Hold on for a minute, you can't go to jail. You got 3 doctorate degrees. I can't, none of this works. When you have it, it's called nigger paperwork. It doesn't work with them. So it don't make sense to keep competing on their level with the same stuff, the same psychology they've been used to keep you dominated. So now when we look at this stuff, we gotta look and see, first of all, you're not even originating. So he says stuff and we like, wow, he's so smart, he know all those words. He uses shit he made up anyway. It ain't even his stuff. We didn't look at when origin, where stuff came from, when he even introduced it. What were you saying before this? We don't even look at, he don't even use them. When you'll go and you'll waste your time to study and learn, and you're like, when you come, that's how he gets you. You walk up, you say, you know, I was talking to Anthony the other day, we were speaking, and he looked so dejected. They said, what you say? Dejected. You be like, oh, I got some on these crackers. They don't know that word. Nigga, we've been through with that. You the one, Jeff. Nigga, we through with it. They go look and come and say, you know, we stopped using that. We got other words now. You know what I'm saying? He look depressed or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anything other than what you thinking. So every time you play with these people, you got to watch them because you're trying to find out how you got in this predicament you in. And you got to watch everything from an angle of looking at, I got to see how we got trapped. Listen, it works. Look at how many of our people are trapped. I put a cry and a call out to my people on, let us come together, let's put aside our differences, and let us establish us as a nation. We need to separate. I'm not asking somebody to come up under my religion. I don't give a flying flip if you believe it or not. That's your choice. But we all should believe one thing, they killing everybody that look like us. Yeah. They ain't asking, are you Nigerian? Are you from the Congos? Are you from, if your skin black, that's all they need to see. All us in the same pile. Now they trying to go now, they holler, black and brown people, black and all that, don't try to put them in. They're not shooting Mexican. Don't tell that lie. Don't tell that lie. They're not shooting. Mexican not going, Mexico ain't going for it. So they got a nation that's gonna stand up for them, and they're gonna have a problem with going on with Mexico. They don't have a problem. Y'all see when them kids were all kept in there, that old Walmart, what people, the crackers started coming out. In California, they said, listen, if you see them come up ice and they try to grab one of them, the white people, how many of y'all remember this? The white folks said, we will jump in together and stop them from grabbing them. I ain't seen none of these white folks, they gonna jump in front of no gun when they shooting at us. I ain't mad at white people. You defending who worked better for you. You defending who you closer to. You ain't close to me, so I ain't expecting that from you. We keep it just the way you got it. I ain't gonna try to make you jump in front of no bullet for me. I ain't gonna ain't finna jump in front of one for you either. So we even. That's all. Whatever you do, just know I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Don't try to make nobody white do nothing. Listen, this gotta be something you gotta wanna do. I wouldn't stand around if y'all guys, and y'all close to my blood family. I wouldn't go along with y'all self. We walk together, y'all holler, man, they jump on this cracker. You ain't finna do it with me. I don't go along with it. For what? Because he's a cracker. You gotta come with something better than that. That cracker that robbed her, I'm the first one to put my foot in his ass. I'm all for it now. We got reasoning cause. He robbed and took something from him, and he must have diarrhea, because for some reason, I must stick my foot in his ass. I'm trying to stop, because I'm trying to stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I got to stop this shit right now. Isn't that right? Constipated. Well, you just talking about jumping somebody. No, we ain't got no time for no stuff like that. We got entirely too many problems. We got to fix a lot of this stuff we got going on around with us too. Yes, sir. While our own people shit us. That being honest, we got to learn how to work together. We got to learn how to do business together, how we got to do stuff. If we're going to get better, first thing we got to do is fix how we do stuff too. I ain't just trying to get white people to do no better, we do better. Ain't that right? Identify the wrongs among us, and if people want to do right, then they'll change it. That's what you do, you'll change it. People say, well, it's a problem dealing with you because of this. It's a problem dealing with you because of that. If you want to do business with us, you want to do it, then you'll change it. You all right? Or we'll dissociate ourselves. Yeah. So we get the opportunity here, we get to look up words because we don't know what it means. Now he went back, he printed English, he said dejected. So we know where did he get them, what version he was most commonly he was using. See that? See, that's something we learning now when you're looking. That when we looking, now who did it look like he used, which would make sense, why? Tell them again, say it loud, it's your birthday.
Because they got the oldest one, right?
They got the oldest? The oldest of our writers. He right. The newest. Thank you. Of the new. He was saying the older. I think when he said it, I think he was thinking older of fell as the one that came later. But what you're saying is a better statement. They had a newer of our writing. You're reading what they call the New Testament. So it makes sense to look and see that he actually gone back through the Latin Vulgate when he looked at this. Because he's using words like deject. Now we looked up deject, where did the word derive from? So it's not probable that he used the Septuagint to do this. Y'all see what I'm saying? So now we can kind of, now if we could, how about if we look at the Latin Vulgate, chapter 24, Luke. They're going to have Luke 24 and 17. I'm just curious how they wrote. And mind you, deject, that they'll tell you, we probably won't find that word in him. It's going to probably be an English equivalent. But then again, deject might be their literal word. So those watching, you can go and look at the Latin Vulgate. See, our stuff is longer than a lot of people do because we're not trying to skim off the top. We're not just trying to get over and get by. We want to just see exactly what was said. So you can't do something, and when you're going to do something, you make a decision on the rest of everything we're doing here is based off the rest of our life. Yeah. So how should we do this? Just run through right quick? No. You know, because we made irrational decisions. We made decisions, we went back and said, what? Man, if I had known that now. Right. Man, if I knew that back then, I'd have did things differently. So now, decision, when you're doing this and what you're gonna make an allegiance with, this for the rest of your life. You owe it to yourself to be as accurate as possible. You need all the information so you can say, okay, that's the most logical thing to do based off of all the information I got. How logical was the information we had to say that Jesus was Lord and Savior? All our logic came from one mistranslated book. One even properly translated from where it came from. You see what I'm saying? And we made a irrational decision that looked like a conscious decision. Today is the day to make Jesus your choice. If you're ready for the Lord to come in your life, and you're talking to a people that's already in despair. The average nigga, you know, so hold on. The Lord just spoke to me. He said that somebody's in this room that's dealing with an illness. The Lord told me that they're wondering how they're going to make it. Then the Lord came and told me that somebody's behind on their bills. Niggas? I stand up. He said, sir, why you stand up? Said, I know you want to tell me I'm behind on all my damn bills. You're talking to niggas. You get 1,000 white folks. Somebody ain't gonna fit. Somebody dealing with some type of illness, whether major or minor. Somebody dealing with some type of bill, so they get you on stuff that's so common and people fall for it, and it looks like, you know what? A prophet came now. How's a prophet and your ass lost? If it's a prophet, you should have gained. Yep. Now, the only prophet ain't a false prophet. Isn't that right? He come there and said prophet coming, it's got to be Profit. Otherwise, we ain't interested. That's spelling right. Fifth grade! Mortimer, we're back! We don't come to the mirror, they drop that sack of money out. It's Mortimer. What? We're back. Well, hit fifth grade, but I might just start going on. Why? What? I ain't bad. That's how fast you can lose it. See, you know what happened though? I got too exalted. Carrie told me one time. But he said, you gonna have to calm down. I said, who you talking about, Carrie? Carrie said, I see you too exalted. I said, Carrie, I'm not exalted. He said, yes, you. He said, I'll be watching you. That thing, find a kick. There been some time, Carrie. Find a kick then. At least I can admit it. And this is the Latin Vulgate, chapter 24, verse 17. Let's see how I read. Listen.
You want to read the King James? Okay.
Oh, yeah, you can. I'm going to just go up against it. Listen.
And he said unto them,
yeah.
What manner of communications are these that ye have one to another?
Discourses that you hold one with another as you walk and are sad. You sad. Discourses. Let's look at discourses. We'll talk about, so discourse got to have more than one end, because discourse is basically when you're sowing something against somebody, saying something. Isn't it typical what discourse is?
No, that's discord.
I'm thinking discord. Well, let me say, it's kind of like, this land is my land, this land is your land. So it could be this, if it's a this. That's right, like you said, put on, let the record spin.
It is.
Discourse. This course is one, that's not the other course. Like if you took a course and you can't, this course is what you're taking now. So using a sentence. Written or spoken communication or debate. So they was going back and forth with each other. So now how the English translate this is different than what we read. Based off of looking at, what's the other little word that he put up down? dejected. Because now they were talking about discourse. So they had a written, which this wouldn't have been a written, this was a spoken communication. Because in English, King James asked what manner of communication. So that makes sense that he just went to the word communication because it wasn't written or debate because they was going back and forth about the situation about Yahushua. Okay? So we look up dejected deal with their facial expressions or how they look. No doubt if we're debating something, man, you crazy. Michael Jordan better. You know what I'm saying? You can still use dejected. Because you arguing something, typically gonna have a look to it. So we're just trying to see where it kind of parallels. That makes sense? Okay. So we can go back to what we were reading. All right. Well, we can go back to the version he got. It's the wrong word. Tell us what's wrong. This is the wrong one. He used the wrong word.
We're comparing the wrong word.
Oh, you dejected for sad. He never used discourse.
No, discourse was replaced for communication.
For communication, I said that too. Sad, what did he put for sad? What did the Greeks put for sad?
They have.
So we gotta look at the Latin.
The Latin is tristis.
Is a tasket with that? And a little yellow basket? A tisket, a tasket, a little yellow basket.
Well, you said what word does he have for sad?
Yeah, you said the Greek tistis?
No, you said Latin.
Latin, I'm sorry, Latin.
Right.
Can we put it up and see what it is?
Yes, sir.
Please. So you didn't know about tasket?
Tristis.
Tasket. I'm trying to help y'all, Buster. Buster, I've been here a long time. Isn't that right? How many of y'all know about that? He said a tisket, I said a tasket, a little yellow basket. That's what come next. I didn't know the Greeks made that up. Who is that type? Jahi, you can spell. You got a nasty attitude, though. How many of y'all know Jahi got a nasty attitude? Phil. Jahi, what you say? Well, it sure been nicer. Hashikawa used some of that kung fu fighting on him for. So I just see what it translate over to. Ephesians 17, right here. Also, he put it in. Tristis. Was that ambulance on the side of it? I just looked at it quick, like ambulance. What it was? Ambulance? Yep, same thing. Does anybody know why he used that term, Amazon? Why they actually named it Amazon? Yep, because it's a river in South America. Not at all. It's because it has a lot of different streams. That's why you can go on Amazon, like somebody looking for something, you'll say, go on Amazon. I was looking for some shoes, check Amazon. I'm trying to get a computer. So in the Amazon, you have a lot of different rivers that spew out from it. That's why it came to terminology with Amazon. Probably ain't gonna help you go nowhere in life, but you'll be surprised. Probably wait till you get to your grave. That's when stuff be real useful. Tristis, all right, translation, yeah, sad or gloomy. So it said when you walk one with another and are sad. So what they did, they just went on ahead and went with sad or gloomy, just went with sad. Facial expression, y'all got it? All right, we can figure that out. All right, let's keep moving. A tristed, a tasket, a little yellow basket. 24, 17, 18, 24, 18, Orion. All right, listen. One of them whose name was?
Cleopas, answering, said unto him, art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known the things which are come to pass there in these Yamim?
That's right. What's that?
And he said unto them, what things?
Which they say, he said, what is it? Go ahead.
And they said unto him, concerning Yahushua of Nazarene, which was a Nabi, mighty
Stop
indeed.
for a second. Let's look up that Nazarene again, Pastor. Let's see what, because in our book it said Nazareth. Well, I ain't gonna say our book. In the King James perversion, it says Nazareth, which is a place. But Pastor gave us a different outlook on why it uses Nazarene. and want to look up the meaning of Nazarene so people all know it together. So we'll just say Nazareth, because Nazareth is just going to refer to a region of a place. And those some characteristics we learned about Nazareth, right? Based off of who? Shamshon. We learned about the hair. Not possible about everyone, but we know that the Shabbat came from it. It was called a Nazarene vow. Right? So look, he used Nazarene. So they're saying Nazar. Zir. Said W-E-I, the I. He put the I and the Y. So that's why he got the double E. He said the W sounds like the I. Zir, not Zir. Nazir. Okay, Nazir. Based on their vowel points.
Mm-hmm.
Nazir. Separated. They put Holy Kodash. Figurative, an unpruned vine. Like a unshorn Nazarite, unshaven. Y'all see that? When you don't prune a vine, when you don't cut it back. Y'all see that? Mm-hmm. He's that's the same way with a Nazarite. They're unpruned, they're uncut. That's amazing looking at that. So you use Nazarite by a false alteration with Nazarene. And Nazarite is not the same thing as a Nazarite, which is this going to be the person took the vow. A person that's a Nazarite is a person that resides in that city or that region. So you can be in Nazareth and not be a Nazarite. Okay, so we watched when James put that there, but James said he should be called a Nazarene. Well, I don't know if did he put that right? He put Nazareth is actually Nazareth. Can we see it over here? We can see to make sure. And I think in that it says it should be called a Nazarene.
Nazarene is what it's going to say. King James, when you use
James
it the way
gonna
you
say
say
that
it.
1 and 23. Hold on. No, he should be called a Nazarene. No, 2. Matthew chapter 2. Not chapter 2, verse 24. Matthew. We'll see it up here too. So we see it's important to see if they coded it wrong, then we got the wrong information. Okay?
23.
Well, I said 24, ain't no 24.
No, sir.
Okay. I called them crackers, probably took it out of there. So, what's that, 22?
23.
It says 23.
We'll do 20. 2 and 20. So we'll wear it in again. Okay, that's already on them. So, okay, we down now in it. Okay, 20. There we go. Listen.
Saying, arise and
Get up.
And take the young Yalit and his aim and go into the Beth of Yasharal, for they are moot which sought the young Yalit's Kai.
Mm-hmm. So?
And he Zarak and took the young Yalit and his aim.
Took the child and his mother.
And came into the Beth of Yasharal.
Came into the Beth of Yasharal, the land.
But when he heard that Achilles did reign in Yehuda, in the room of his Abba Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding being warned of Elohim in a Kalamuth, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee.
Mm-hmm. Galilee.
And he came and dwelt in the city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the Nabaim, he shall be called a Nazarene.
Let's say he thought right here he was going to be called a Nazarene. Now, hold on for a second. What they record? They put Nazarite. The Greeks put Nazarite. Nazarite. He sat in Nazareth. But then the Greek put down here, he should be called a Nazarene. Nazarene. That's what they put here. city called Nazareth. Okay. Here they say it'll be called a Nazarene. But that right here, you put that he's gonna be called a Nazarene. So that's different, ain't it? So it didn't refer to him taking the vow right now. More or less referred to him being from in the city.
Coming from the region.
From the region.
But they will say that it both have the same root word of nats,
The nats are
separated.
separated.
The same as the vow is talking about in the Torah.
No. Okay. Okay. King James said it was false. Well, the people that actually wrote, go back over to Strong, what you had up here in Strong's. Couple things to look at when we look at this. This is James Strong's. Is this Strong's? James Strong was a Christian. I think he was a Mormon. Let's look at James Strong. Let me find out what he was. Is that Alexander? I think his first name is ain't his name James Strong? It's James Strong. I think Alexander Scobie is who a lot of people use for translating, like using the voice for when they write it, Alexander Scobie. How many of y'all not familiar with Scobie? Scobie is an English translator. Well, he's not an English translator. He's a person, when people want to learn how to enunciate all these words, you can get Scobie's tapes. He had the tapes, now CD. And you listen to Scobie read through the whole King James perversion, and you'll learn how to enunciate the words. But you gotta look at, I look at stuff like this, because you gotta look at hidden agendas. When you look at this stuff, this is not us, okay? This is them from their research. James Strong, August 14, 1822 to August the 7th, 1894. He was an American academic biblical scholar, a lexicographer, Methodist theologian, and professor. See that? Best known for being the creator of Strong's Concordance. So I like to look at stuff like this because people might not believe it, but see, this has a lot of bearings on what people put down. I'm a Methodist.
Right. Right.
It's gonna have. See, this is the problem they have. This is why people have a problem with Maureen, who they call Mary, like with her birth. They have a real problem with her birth simply because they look at there wasn't a man involved. So there wasn't a man involved. They can't buy into the psychosis of her being impregnated by a spirit. It does not make sense because they try to look at everything from just like, what was I looking for? The Greeks. The Greeks are made, you don't do any college, you don't do any higher learning, you don't do any lower learning without any discipline of the Greeks. And there are a lot of things that the Greeks are not into. The Greeks are humanists. They don't believe in none of this now. They don't believe in any of this. So they only believe in there can nothing be done without man. It involves man. Most of them are humanists. Anytime you're gonna deal with their philosophers, they're humanists. You won't find philosophers that are gonna have a real big, strong bearing on or belief on what they call God. Really, they're just kind of gonna be into self. Every individual man is, which is written to agree, but they don't want to buy into all the psychosis of a God being has something to do with everything. They believe a lot of things are in their own power. So you look at, and like I said, academics, you look at the word academics, and you'll find, can we look at what the word academics is? It might not seem like this stuff is important, but when you look up word, you can't just run off of everything. I don't run off of everything they say. I don't care what they say, because you're dealing with people, first of all, you weren't even there. None of these people that wrote, they say I don't either, nor are you a part of the culture. There's a difference when they're like people that they'll call Indian. They weren't there, but their history and their culture were passed down to them. I went over and I delivered stuff to even the Hindu people, and they built their temple. They don't use no paperwork, none. Everything, the people that they flew those guys there. And when they put them guys there, those guys go out there and they can build from memory. They were taught it from their fathers. That's their craft. They don't do nothing but that. We brought some stuff, they took it out, it was broke. I was like, oh, that thing, there's something worry about it. They said when they get here, they'll fix it. I said, they'll fix it. He said, that's all they do. That's all they do. This has been their child craft. So it's been traditionally passed along to them. So there are things they're going to be more familiar. Now, if you let Tony Smith go and write their story, it's going to have a lot of prejudice in it. Because first of all, I ain't Hindu. I'm Abari. I don't subscribe to everything they subscribe to. Y'all got it? I don't study the VDEC. So it's going to be a major problem every time. And when I read it, I'm going to write, it's going to have a lot of prejudice because of Tony Smith's belief. I have James Strong, the Methodist. We're academic from Greek, and he's going to tell me exactly how my stuff goes. There's a reason for this, man. Like, say what we're saying now, Boston, and you picked up so greatly on it. If you root back, you'll see that it's still going to play him into two parts, him being separate. They're going to say, so now we can teach that Jesus was bald-headed. Simply because of his ideology, their definition of saying a Nazarite is not to be concerned, not to be confused with a Nazarene. I can agree. I never believed that everybody there kept the vow. Got it? So, because other people could take the vow as well. So now you're looking at that, but now he don't want to subscribe into now you can leave people open to say he wasn't. When in actuality, he was a lot of things he didn't take part of. Even when he sat down with them, he told them that he wouldn't drink of the vine. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So I can prove what I'm saying.
Yep.
He gonna have a problem with his though. See, everything he did, that's why he wouldn't take it. A lot of times he wouldn't sit down and take it because he did have the vow on him. He had taken the vow. It was a reason why he put him there, because there were things we were going to associate him with. Academics. Right, now I want to go here. We don't have to go there. Just get regular Google. We don't have to waste all that time. Let's go regular Google. We don't want to act like we're trying to go to where teacher, scholar, academics in college and institution of higher learning. Definition, French, academics. Why does it look different? Medieval Latin. Academicus. That kind of like your granddad's name, ain't it? Scholar, lecturer, Don, teacher, educator, instructor, trainer. I seen something else. What am I looking for? Academics. Take the S off. That's why it's showing me all the other stuff. No? No? Let's say stop. You come on, bring that back up for me. No, you can take this, we take this back off. What did you just hit right here? No, before this drop down. No, don't translate. Put it back, just like you just had it before you did it. Come on down. Stroll up. No, what you do? Stop. What it did? I can't hear y'all. Of only. That's why y'all pay me. That's why y'all pay me. I tell you, you can't be that smart. You gonna sit here and argue this shit with me? That's why y'all argue me these words. First of all, the folk who done gave you your shit and taught you your shit told you your shit ain't even practical. Tony Smith just wrote that. How much you want me to put in these folks' shit when the man is just saying told you my shit ain't even practical? I try to tell them, listen, I'm not impressed with a lot of stuff people do. I'm really not impressed with these people. How you gonna beat this man? Let me gonna do. I'm gonna become a scholar, a road scholar, and come. The road done ran your ass over. First of all, your shit ain't even practical, ain't even relevant. Only for theoretical purposes. So this is stuff they get from Greek. Listen, I look at stuff and I watch stuff and I watch people. When I look at it might look like I might argue back. You got to remember something. The people who are giving you information don't even believe what you believe. And they're your sources for right information. So I had to take a lot of stuff they have, and I got to take it with I got to wait, then I got to go back and start kind of reactivating my mind, writings that I read, other stuff I looked at and look at these people's behavior. A lot of these people are humanists. So this is what you got to get. I'm going to write about God. I'm a humanist. First of all, if you ask me about anything, it's all what I did. It's all what we did. The story about God is about what he did. That involves no people. How do you want me to tell it to you? I don't even believe it. Most of y'all don't even know these philosophers. Philosophers are not people that believe in what they're humanists. To be that ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know what y'all be thinking. Y'all be hung up on these people. Y'all be so smart. Y'all be helping me out with them words. Cause I don't know them. I don't even try to fake it. But I know one thing though. Your shit ain't practical, and you ain't got no relevance to it, and it's only of theoretical interest in the first place. And you break the damn thing. First he done told you Theo was God. Theoretical, now he tell you ain't even something real. Theoretical, I'm just hyping up something. Then you got Theo as a name for God. Then I tell you about theoretical. That's not actual. You call them Yahuwah, you can call them Theo, you can call them Theos. Who you serving? Mine is very relevant. But see, this little stuff like this is what shoot us in the foot. See, you throw a little S on how they get you on. I know they would think, oh, John Smith, a diamond. Oh, it's a diamond. So I do pay attention to who he kept naming out, teachers and done. I said, look up, plural. That's what my maker. He said, look up. You're dealing with plural. He'll play you up that quick. Estimate that much different, and you'll miss rate. Get him right back down the root. Take it out. Root, and he'll let you know right here. The second thing I heard. Related to education scholarship. That's all you need to see. This is what a nigga got. His nigga got me. Dumb old Tony Smith, thinking he knows something. Number 2, shoot you in the foot. See how much you put in it? So now when I go back and look at James Strong, look at these people, man, I can't trust this man. I can't trust man. I guarantee you speak that man, he's a good English speaker. These people don't care about the relevance of what we're doing. Our whole thing is about, the reason why I show, look at the alphabet. Can we put that back up down? I gotta let y'all get out and I want to tell y'all something. That's your language. I can't tell you no clear. That's your language. Anything we want to communicate, we would take those functioning items. Functioning, I'll call them functioning items. And we'll communicate from that. That's your language. James Strong and the rest of them, they don't deal with that. They don't deal with vowel points. They're going to deal with other stuff. They're going to take you over, which is going to take you over to the Greek, and you're going to learn the cool vowel point system. We don't know anything about it. Let me say this, not that certain words that you enunciate wouldn't fall under the category of vowels because of sounds. We're not saying that. It's just that's not our system. He's trying to take what you said, he's trying to put it in his, he can't properly enunciate a nigga's name. Her name LaQuisha. LaQuainta. Look, where you got LaQuainta from? Basically, if you look at how the name, no, that's not my name. I don't care how I look on that paper, I'm telling you that's not how you enunciate my name. You'll have people, will you not have people that will write their name and from the way it's written, it will look, it will enunciate, and then they will say something and say, that's not my name. It's spelled this way, but it's enunciated this way. So they try to come back and make something, when it's not, because you hadn't actually dealt with people that actually communicate that way. So now you got the Hebrews like everybody else who in Israel. This is our communication. That's why periodically we got to go back. So when you start looking at, these are places and things that they dealt with, objects, things even with their body, they dealt with, so this gave them an understanding. Y'all got it? We're dealing with people that have absolutely no understanding. Who tell you, really, all my stuff is a theory. I have a theory about you. Does that mean it's right? Nope. Who can validate that theory? Unless someone who I'm making a theory about can validate it to be true or not. I don't concur with what they say. Y'all understand that? So I don't have to, we're not going to be damn because we don't accept what they say, because when we go back and look, do like the white folks do when they sit down in the Supreme Court. They look at the Constitution. When there's an argument, you know the first thing they do, the same thing tells us, let's pull their writings. Let's go and look at what did they think, how did they think? Methodist scholar, Methodist believer, Methodist member who really believed in the Hebrew people. Why wasn't he a Hebrew, as they call it? I've taken the time to learn your alphabet. I've learned your culture. I learned your linguistics, your whole language. And I come, and then how it relates to, now I'm coming along and translating a book that came from your book. And even the book I'm translating don't even justify it. Now how accurate I'm gonna be? Where in that King James perversion says something about being a method? Where's the method even in now? Then how did I come up with a religion method? And I've gone back and recreated every one of your words. To every meaning of your word, to every conversation, how it's used. Not to confuse. I ain't put that in there. Come on, folks. You can't. We put too much on these people. That makes no sense. How do you study my language and you write your book from my language and you ain't even come up with nothing that's even the twisted book? And it made sense that he said he was Baptist. At least we can say, oh, he followed what they call John. Who said they were Methodist? The Methodist Church, when he came to prayer, until these folks broke off after the Protestant movement. Yeah. So when you start looking at these people historical on what they do, it makes no sense to take what they say on a lot of ends. There's no way you could be that accurate about it. You don't even know what the hell you're doing. This is a culture. This is a lifestyle. They never got away from this. This is how they lived every day. This is how they communicate. When they moved, they shifted. Their language shifted over into another style of writing. But their communication stayed the same. It didn't change from this because it went over this because the writing style changed. It's still the same thing. White people, the only people they stuck can change and flip-flop at will, at chance. And their changing came in through captivities, through voyages of moving. White people stay in the same place and keep up the most shit. That's why I'm at. Y'all need to know how I stand. Y'all need to know why I stand, take the stance I take on it. Put James Strong back up there again. See, these folks, people don't want to deal with stuff like this. It's true. Look, the man tell you yourself. You look at these people and see for themselves. Most of these people, even with Tisdale were humanists. Tisdale, where they copied, that's where the King James version, they copied all this out from Tisdale version. They were humanists. These people didn't have the same belief we got. These people act like they died, they were martyred for doing something. These people don't know the hell they believe. Another slave owner. Yep. You think in 1822, that man, please look up by, see if y'all can find, was he a slave owner? I just want to know. That's all right with y'all? I know what you say don't have no bearing. Why it don't? You can't believe that men came from Elohim and all men were equal and you had us as slaves. Then that plays a prejudice on your writing. Because the people you wrote about were the people you had slaves. And you should acknowledge that. Man, that's something. Crocker dead and gone in 1800, and niggas still worship it right. Most of them folks don't even know what it is. Linguistic, like you think I know this Crocker, this man gonna know how every language. The man can't say Mexico. They spell it the way they want to. Who from Mexico? Huh? It ain't even called Mexico. No self-respecting Mexican gonna call himself no Mexico. Tell you he from no Mexico. He'll tell you from Mexico. White man ain't got that right. You think we learned that? White man taught it to us. He can't get nothing right, and we the people now, we come along and we get all this homage to these crackers. And they don't want to have us off. Look at them. One of the same slave suit. Like a damn rabid dog. Look at that little piece of hair up there. Guaranteed child molester. Most of them were child molester back then. Most of these folks don't believe in it. They thought stuff was cute with 8 and 10-year-old little girls. Methodist theologian and professor. Yeah, I tell you, it's bad on. They back there looking it up. They probably don't want to tell you that. They probably hide that on a dog web somewhere. Some stuff you don't want people to go back and find. They find that, they know it's going to change how you look at them. You believe, I think in 1830 something? 22, that man was sitting around, he ain't had no slaves. No good and well, Crocker slave on him. You can look at that head on him. Look dead in his eyes, slave on him. You not believe in no slave? That stuff, see, people, I'm tell you something, what make a difference. I'm tell you who said it, what got me. I saw an interview with Muhammad Ali, this was years back, because I was living with, years later when I saw it. When they came up and they showed the indoctrination, fabrication, where they put in a virtual fight with him and Rocky Marciano. Y'all saw that, it looked real. Yep. He never fought. Rocky Marciano should have been dead by then. But they had him in the ring fighting Rocky Marciano. And they scored, and they came back and told him that Rocky Marciano won. They had him on the interview. He asked him about it. He said, who machine was it? They was like, why? He said, who machine was it? They was like, who machine? He says, the white man machine. He said, who you think the machine gonna say won? You know, they put that machine, they put that document, what I showed y'all on YouTube when they fought, that had been put away for years. For years. They put that away. They weren't short no more because he had busted them. He told them. He said, who you think the machine gonna say won? He said, it's a white man machine. How a machine gonna virtually show me and you fight and me and you ain't actually fight? You could slip and fall. You could have turned around, thought the bell ring, and I got you. You can't go off no machine unless we actually physically fought. And he told her, what you thought it was gonna say won? That's a white man. I said to myself, he gonna say some stuff like that, put on the white man. But he was exactly right. Yep. What I think these words gonna say is a white man machine. That's a white man dictionary. What you think he gonna say? He ain't gonna tell me, he ain't told me nothing good about myself. He ain't told one truth since I've been here. All of a sudden now he the book of truth. And you know what's bad about it? He hurt a lot of our people that actually want to learn a lot. That's why a lot of people don't, y'all know, you'll find a lot more people of color now, that they would call a color, who just done with religion. You know why they done religion? Because these crackers right here. 1822 crackers, 1700 crackers, 1760 crackers, 1600 and 1400 crackers, and 2020 crackers, and 2021s. They ain't changed. They hadn't changed. And everything we take and we believe, then we start spitting it back out our mouth. It comes from people that take, you gotta ask yourself, why would you stay with this religion if you learn all this? Where does your religion come from? That one make a bearings on how he defines and how he explains something if he don't even believe what you believe. How about if I trust some of y'all? How many of y'all feel like you're pretty fair people? How about if I got y'all an opportunity to write up some Christian information literature? How many of y'all can do that and you have no prejudice, no bearings in it? Just complete, I'm asking y'all the serious training, just fairness. How many of y'all believe the Christian religion is the right religion? So y'all can honestly tell me it's gonna be an issue. There's gonna be some prejudice. There's gonna be somewhat, from their perspective, there's gonna be some misrepresentation, right? Misrepresentation. Because certain things that you write across, that you read, that's gonna strike your nerve because you don't go along with it, it's gonna have a major play. Yep. James said he was Methodist. James was Methodist. James is who you read to find out the Greek and the English and find out what they call the Hebrew meaning of words. Strong is huge. When you read that book, Strong got the exhausted version. You see that, Crocker? He tired from kids. He ain't tired from doing my work. Exhausted. You know, that's the name of his book, Exhausted. That means you can't, when you're exhausted, what can you do? Nothing else. He has a book, that's what it's called, the James Exhausted version. That means I've done everything. When you were born in 1822, when exactly did you get tired now? When did you get tired? Because we got more information now. We got better travel information. It's a lot of other stuff we got now that go a lot deeper into what he said. But for him, James said he was exhausted. By 92, hell, he died. 94, he was dead. So James is trusting me and hoping that Tony is going to take his book and say, I tied. I got the I tied version, and you can't go no further than that. How much energy you going to put in the research of Christianity? And how much y'all going to put in it? How much energy do you think he really put in our information and came up with Methodists? Why is it you can't find nobody that translate our book, that nobody that stay with our religion? Why? Why is it nobody translates it? Nobody, I found nobody yet. I had none. Let me say this. You'll find, some people like, I'm talking about people with no name, but somewhat that everybody use them and all the credentials is on them and they're the representative for the true information. They always something else. They always something else. I expect somebody that's non-denominational better than I can. Somebody who ain't got no religion affiliation. They say, I have no bearings on it one way or other. I just researched and put the information. At least I know where you stand. Versus, I know you got a prejudice. Can we see when the Methodist religion started, please? We can find out about him owning no slave. Well, he owns some. I can look in his eyes. That's not even theoretical. That's a number of mot. He ain't own none, he raped some. These folks want to tell you about Jefferson and tell you about Washington raping slaves. No good and well, that rape. You get some woman, I get some woman drunk and have sex with her, she ain't say no, that's still rape, because it was without her consent. You got a woman that was a slave and you make her come in and lay down with you, that's rape. Tell the truth, they were rapers. That's not rape. They shouldn't be able to charge. Really, everyone these guys, these white boys, they charge for their sexual harassment on their job. They need to shut that down. They need to put jaw washing. They need to put all their information, put it right now. So if I'm a raper, you got to say they wasn't too, and charge them for it. So I did the same thing they did. They worked for me, I owned them, and I had sex with them. So I got mine from the former presidents. That's rape. That's what they being charged for, rape. Cosby said that he needed to tell them, I'm following the principles of the fathers who wrote the Constitution. Nobody want to talk about, you know what they say? See, back then, that's what you call it. All way they can justify their stuff. Methodist Church, the United Methodist Church is a worldwide mainline, Protestant denomination based in the United States and a major part of the Methodism. In the 19th century, it remains predecessors. The Methodist Episcopalian Church was a leader in evangelism of John Wesley. Get speaking Greek. We found you out like Wesley. Founded 23, hold on for a minute. John Wesley found this one. That's a church. Yeah, I don't know, 1968. That's a good year. That when Dr. King got shot. Soon as they shot Dr. King, on the 14th, they went and started his church in Dallas, Texas. Connectionalism, never heard of that. Modified Episcopalian polity. Added organization, United Methodist Committee on Relief. Nobody, absolutely nothing. 19th century, so it's in the 1800s, right? 19th century, when they started. And you're going to research people information back further than the 1800s, and you still come up with this tight-ass religion? Man, please. That made absolutely no sense. So shit you just pull out your pocket. You might as well snatch a bunch of lint out your pocket and start praying to it. Go do all that work and learn my stuff and come on. This is being practical. This made absolutely no sense for our people to sit around and follow these people and let these people do our work. You think he lived according to the culture? He stayed with any of the commandments we gave him? Was he married? What y'all find out about James Strong? Besides the lie they gonna tell me up there. I tell you what, I look it up. Don't look on Google. Go somewhere else and look. Google not gonna do that. Google done already found y'all out. Once you start typing, they found you, they know where you going. They finna start running you. I use Google when I'm here. I don't use Google for nothing. It's on my phone. I move that bar over. I don't have time to be looking. I already know Google's just designed to run you where they want you to go. Google always ask me some dumb shit. Tell me, do you want to remember your password? Hell, I remember how you think I put it in there. Nobody ask me all these questions. What you want to remember for? I use it here because you use some of the, he go on with them funny websites. I use Google because typically everybody use Google. Everybody trusts Google. Everybody go to Google. So we go to Google and find your information, show you for yourself. This stuff here is just designed to lead you and run you around. You're doing some real research you want to do it, I would never use Google. I wouldn't even waste my time with them. Because it's going to block it. It's just going to be shooting you around different places. And that thing you're going to think you're going to believe. Next thing you're going to know, you're going to think you're going to find all the information you can find. It's because you've been on Google. There's other search engines let you go places. See, certainly certain search engines are blocked in certain places. Just like China. China won't even let Google in. The only way you're going to use Google, you're in China, you're going to be American. And you just there for loaning. But if you're Chinese and you're a Chinese citizen, they might catch you with that shit. I'm telling you the truth. They might not catch you with that Google. They'll tell you, it's full of propaganda. They teach you how bad China. You don't see Chinese people jumping on water trying to escape to America, do you? That's what they tell you. Only reason the Chinese people come in here because they realize you suckers. You the only people somebody get off a boat and you just handle money and shit in apartments and houses. So why wouldn't they come? Or in China, you're going to make it or you're going to have to get out there on the street. It's on you. See, a lot of people can't survive like that. You got to have, listen, everybody not survivors. That's just, man, people leave Atlanta. You got to know how to survive, you get to Atlanta. You come here, I'm black. You better be using more than that. It's a black city. No, you got to get on your hustle out here. You going to survive, you going to grind. You get folk come here, one trick, broke down, can't do nothing, sitting around waiting on them folk to do it. I don't care what city you go to. Nobody don't owe you nothing. You got to make your own way. See, y'all just been fortunate enough, who are so fit to put y'all here among us. Well, we'll care about you. We'll see about you. We ain't gonna let you eat out no track can. You out here have to sell your ass to try to make your rent. But you got here in other places, you might well don't even wear no drawers. Saying something, yo, mama don't wear no drawers. Don't she sucking me alcohol, Y'all remember that? Y'all need to get back on it, man. That thing coming back out. It come back around, yo, mama don't wear no drawers, Who remember that? Say Uncle Terry remember. Jack that remember. How you remember, John? I just did it. She said, what told my mama? Where did you hear that? When they were saying, were they looking you in your face? I'm just asking. But kids is saying that years ago, they had that. They don't sing, y'all don't do Tweety, you ain't got none of that, do you? Well, y'all childhood shot to hell. Here's what y'all do, get your childhood so you get a gun and throw, boom! Ain't nothing going, you ain't shoot marbles. That's all kind of stuff. I don't know how these kids gonna make it. This stuff you need to get out your system when you're a little kid, so when you get grown, you can just move on. Like Michael Jackson. If y'all don't, y'all gonna be at home, y'all gonna get a rat. You're gonna be a 63-year-old man sitting around playing with rats. And you're gonna have a monkey named Bubbles, who actually gonna turn into a gorilla. You don't have a problem if y'all touch him and rub him in one of them funny places either. Just putting it out there for you now. I don't gotta get folk get gorilla and monkey, they just get bored and shit, start touching monkey. Oh, hell no. We ain't gonna have that monkey business in here. Man, that thing damn near tore. Y'all don't know why he got rid of Bubba. Bubba like to tore his ass out the frame. Bubba let him know, Bubba shit, boy, ain't no Mexican. You ain't finna be touching me down there. What y'all think how many had Bubba? Shit. Bubba told him I'll blow your ass. Ain't that right? Then he finna blow Bubba. Bubba said, no. He not finna blow me, Mike. Ain't that right? I'm trying to offer him no 45 million bananas. Bubba said, I don't play that, man. That little Mexican boy, you can do that to him. They had to go put muscle. Listen, Bubba's out there now in one of the little sanctuary telling jokes, said, shit, I ain't no punk. He right there in California, walk around that little zoo, man, I guarantee ain't no punk. So I said, my name ain't McCluckin. I ain't Webster. Mike ain't set me on his knee. All right, come on and get back on here. We have to finish that. We're going back to Ori, y'all, so I can get y'all finished. We'll look that information up more how I want to get it to you. I'll find something on them. There's some dirt on them. Don't trust these people. We'll find what we need. I just need y'all to be open-minded enough to realize our information ain't contained down to no slave masters. Now, I'm going to say this. I do believe they have a lot of our information. I just don't trust them when they come back to the distributing. Yes, sir, right. The need to find something? That's tight. That joker calls you out from right over now. Let them get it back down. See, can you send it to Jahid back down? Text it back down here. She gonna send it to you. She need to email it to y'all. She's found something. Huh? You text it over? You can text it over to him? Okay. How Ray know you found that? He said way over there. Oh, you still also Ray saying it and right there? That tight. That sure look like Ray had gotten somebody damn business, didn't it? That's fine. At least we like to know where answer come from. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. Y'all like that song? In my life, I had heartaches and pain. That was Bubba's song. I don't know why Mike did it again. Can't stop now. Okay, let's see what a dire warning about us today. Warning about who it is. 2 Chronicles 2:17. We are not as many which corrupt the word of, they put God, but as of sincerity, but as of Elohim, in the sight of Elohim, speak we in the Mashiach. They put there. One of the most dangerous and false prophets in church today is who? And give you his date. What is wrong with James Strong, you say? I am glad you asked. I asked you nothing. That's like, nothing against you, Cam. If y'all could be so kind and wait till we ask. I know you asking why Cam wrote it. We didn't ask it. Now he don't wear tell me, I'm glad you asked. We didn't ask. I'm reading your shit. Man, we done asked him. All right, listen. What's wrong with him? I'm glad you asked, my friend. How you know I'm a friend? First, I like to say thank you. It's crazy. To Dr. Gail Reflinger, to whom Pastor Jack Howes, what's his name, Hells, 1926-2001, presented, how old is they? They got pretty good, about 70-something, 60-something, late 70s, presented a much-deserved honorary doctorate degree to a hand-working, hard-working lady who also has earned degrees. I am thankful for the work of Miss Ripplinger, upholding the truth for. Here's some hard-hitting virtual is, what is virtual? Online. Where are we at right now? Work with me, people, work with me. Hard-hitting virtual, vital, but it's vital that we know that we're virtual. Information from chapter 7 of Strong's, look at Miss Ripplinger, an excellent book, titled Hazardous Material. Oh, PFD. Summary, James Strong of the Strong's Concordance. Strong was a member of the Westcott and Hort Revised Version Committee, Arville 1881, and worked in the masterminding this corrupt version. Strong was also a member of the American Standard Version Committee. Y'all do know that they told you this is the most accurate book. How many of y'all didn't know that? The most accurate Bible, do you know they said what it is? It's the American Standard. There's no Bible that they're saying is more accurate than American Standard. Most of y'all didn't know that, did you? You can check behind me. A committee finally published in 1901. It is said it was a creature. See what they told you? He was a creature, not the creator. On these committees, Strong joined Unitarians. What is it? Is Unitarian? What's your name? Okay, Thayer, a child molester. Vaughn, follower of Luciferian, H.P., who is that? Blavatsky. No, name like Vatsky, you know what he done did. That's where Vaseline come from. Ginseng, Ginsburg, Scuff, and a horde of Bible critics, etc. This Driver, you understand? You know him. Y'all remember he was gay when he used to play with Green Bay. Who together changed nearly 10,000 words of the text. Strong Concordance definitions are often the very words, Strong's Concordance definitions are often the very words of these corrupt versions and also the Quran. Strong also gathered his definitions from Guinness, corrupt Hebrew lexicon. His work also accesses the corrupt lexicons of the Lyd Scots, Thayer, Brown, Driver. These are the people you look up, Brown and Driver. If you look down, these are the people they credit now, and Briggs. All married chapters in this book. Strong's Greek text is not only that which underlies the King James Bible. Strong various definitions may not give anywhere near a literal translation of the Greek. Some of the latest editions of Strong Concordance are not even Strong's original in the Greek and Hebrew lexicon in the back section. They contain even more corrupt definitions from New Version editors in the main body of the concordance, which originally was correct. New editions omit important KJV usage of the word in order to match corrupt New Version. James Strong's Concordant, Greek and Hebrew lexicon. The James Strong get his date, which year. Author of the Strong's Concordant has been elevated to the position of the fourth member of the Trinity by many. See this Trinity shit? That's three. Now you're gonna start dealing with people like, your Irish. They believe in the three. His corrupt Greek and Hebrew definition peppered today preaching as if his lexicon was the final and the 67th book of the Bible. His liberal definitions are used as quick. You said liberal? That's just real open. It's too vague. So of course now, you got somebody else coming right behind him and their argument is they're defending Jesus. So you're really not that smart, your damn self, okay? So she's not that bright. She's bright to him. She's really not that smart. Because you should have gone back, look at simply 1611, saw there was no way you can come up with this name. So they show you all these people. But this is the problem. All these people go to college, and none of these people are on point. But she's right. A lot of stuff he has his lip. That's why he leaves it so open for so many meanings. When you look at our stuff is not open for so many different meanings. That's English. That's what people have a problem with English. It's too hypocritical. Because the word can mean too many things. And that's why she says liberal. It's open to too many interpretations. Okay? Definition as used as quick and weak patches to fill a void in sermons. The space would be better filled by a laborious work looking up of all the Bible usage of a word. She's saying these jokers, she's just getting them shit to just preach, just throw in stuff to fill in. But then if you teaching Jesus shit, your shit past work. See, when we look at her, I think her argument is fine. She found some stuff that he did wrong, and she coming in, then she's more or less condemning people that come along that then use it. When I just finished saying it, then more information has come to play since 1894, and that's what she's saying, and people still using this shit. And the stuff you didn't find this on Google, did you? You found this where, Sweden? What did the preacher tell them in the first place? I only not use Google to tell. I don't use Google. I have absolutely no reason to use Google. When she went on DuckDuckGo, you see how quick it pulled these folks up? Because you're not supposed to know about these other sites. Your phone, when they say your phone, what did they tell you when you buy your phone? It automatically come with Google. Google Go. Go where? To hell. I'm just trying to get you to see what do you think the purpose of so wet your fingertips with your phone. If you want to look up something, what's the easiest engine search? What's the engine? It's right on your front of your phone. So I'm trapping you the whole time. Google if you're going to do any of this shit, trying to find out where you're going to use Google. Google Earth. So it shows you everybody, they're masking you with the same thing. If you at home your computer, Google is there. You're going to use Google on your phone. You're going to use Google if you try to map out where you're going. Google got you trapped. So when you look up, like they were looking back there trying to find some James Strong, look how long it took them. She went straight to DuckDuckGo. They like, boom, right here. Tell y'all the same thing I told y'all. Shit lazy. You think I believe this man? We looked this stuff up and we changed from Jesus. We didn't even have all the information he got. And we said, we can't be Christian. We got to take that Jesus down. We didn't even do all the research he did. How do you do more research than us, know more than us? We come to you for information and you're a Methodist. How much information did we have to look up before we changed over? You did more research and study than us and you are a Methodist? Do you know how dumb that makes us? They just keep reading and going. What we'll do, post it, let the members, y'all get there, because we not hiding it. Y'all look at this stuff, y'all on y'all time, read there. Let me tell y'all one thing about this. Is preacher surprised? No. What the preacher told y'all before we looked this up? I told y'all these people, listen, man, listen, put his picture back up there. I have the When I see dirty crackers with these dates on them, what did they say? Boy, I know what you've been doing. That look and this date, I know why his hand in here. Some little black kid don't walk by there here and got horny. Come on, man, please. I'm not finna believe. Man, do y'all not listen? First of all, you had no computer. Let me tell you why I don't believe none of these people research, just being practical. Everything he researched would have been right. Now how much paperwork you'd have had. You know how long it take to go through all that paperwork and read all that paperwork? And write from that paperwork and keep that paperwork? How many of y'all done did paper before for school? You had to get it. How many of y'all put some shit in there because you had to get it through? Because it was getting late. Yep. How much shit you gonna put in them you gotta write out every arbitrary word?
Whatever I feel like.
I'm gonna write every arbitrary word and the meaning, how to say, listen, and put the phonics of how to enunciate it. They're gonna tell you every word used and how it's used. And root word. I don't believe no shit like that. That means I'll be stupid. Yeah. You know what? This, mind you, they doing stuff from touching just on the computer. Yeah. This is literally flipping through pages reading. Yes. You think I believe he read the whole Bible and went back and said, let me just correct this whole book. No computers. This straight writing, putting stuff down. White people make a fool out of us. First of all, when white people write books, they don't even write no book like that. White people assign people, you're going to be responsible. They teach you that shit. Hold on. You go to college, what they do? They make you work in teams. High school, they start putting y'all in teams. Break down shit. You going to look up, you going to do this. As Strong did all this himself. I don't trust none of these people. They lazy. All these people, Browns and Briggs, let's find out right quick. Let's find out what their religion is. They going to probably, now they finna throw me Hebrew. We're finna read Arboretum. Browns and Briggs. Look at these folks. It's important because these are the people that are supposed responsible for all of your meanings of your words. That don't bother y'all? That people who did all your, I'm finna sound like somebody white sound and explain to me about being black. What I'm gonna teach about being black in African American history, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm not finna let you insult me like that. I had a white lady come and try to explain me about Africa. She was so damn mad we got through, she didn't know what to do. She said, I lived in Africa. I said, hell, I've been black all my life. You can't get no more history than that. Nigga, I bleed collard green. Color ass cauliflower. Shit don't even right there get stuck right there in your vein. Man, I bleed collard green. Crackling cornbread. I'm new now, but there's still something in there. Ain't that right? And the old and the new. See, they still got some in the refrigerator right now. When Meeks was there. Francis. That's his mama named him Francis. That's tight. Got a friend named Francis. But he was interracial. Black people don't put it, you ain't gonna name not your son. A New Hebrew and English lexicon in the Old Testament, more commonly known as Brown, Driver, Bridges, or BDB. I wonder where they got there from. From the names of its three authors, it is a standard reference. You know what a standard is? That's what everybody use. Reference for biblical Hebrew and Aramaic. First published in 1906, it is organized by Hebrew, alphabetical order of three-letter roots. It is based on Hebrew, German lexicon, Wilhelm Guinness, translated by Edward Robinson. The chief editor was Francis Brown, who was the co-operation of Samuel Rose Driver and Charles Augustus Bridges. Hence the name Brown, Driver, Bridges. Some modern printings have added a strong reference number for the biblical Hebrew and Aramaic words. So I don't pay that attention. We'll look them up too. I know I got to merge somebody. But let me tell you why we did this, honestly. It's important for everybody here to understand something. When it comes down to these people, and this just period with a lot of this stuff is really touch and go. It's like a critical surgery. That sometimes when you're going at certain things, it's certain stuff like certain operation, they'll go in, they'll close it back up and come out of it. You know why? They say it's too dangerous. Right now, because sometimes they'll say it's just gone so far, you can't really go in. To go in and fix it, you'll actually do more damage. They've done so much damage. And a lot of stuff I don't say, I know I lose some of y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth, I'm persuaded by Mr. Yahuwah. I'm gonna be flat to the point, I'm just not believing every information people give me. I take and listen to what you say, I'm watching, but it's not practical when I'm watching you. This ain't your lifestyle, this is not your culture. White people coming on and they'll explain you by Oriental studies, then you find out it ain't even about Orientals. Why would you talk about Oriental and Oriental food if it ain't about Orientals? See, they lie and they fabricate so much stuff and they always want to tell it from their eye. They the same people. Jerry, you watch them animal pictures. Damn man talks so he act like the animal done told him that shit. Simba is getting ready to leave. She's so frustrated. You be sitting here like, shit, man, that animal frustrated. Animal like, I turn around because I'm sick of your ass with that shit in my face. But they'll tell the story. It looks like them and the animal done discussed this. Always they come tell you some story, then they'll show you something and the animal do it. This is what get us. This is how they get you. You have to always remember, the editing that they're doing is before you see the video. Yep. So when they're talking, it look like this is real time. Hold on for a minute. I'll just get up, you just kind of walk out like you're looking somewhere. The Kashi is looking. He's ready to go. So they'll tell like they're right real time. And they're not. They're taking the video. They're going, the person narrating wasn't even there. Most of y'all don't put this into practice, do you? They weren't there. All this shit in the music is added later. Yep. After they go and break this film down. This is done over a course of months. Yep. Sometimes this is stuff done over a year, 2 and 3 years, okay? And these people will come out and they'll tell this story that they've got and they chop this shit up. I ain't gonna show you everything. I'm gonna chop it up and give it to you. And it's gonna look like shit. As soon as I'm gonna come out, I know everything about it. I can identify. It's because I done fought that damn thing around for 3 and 4 years. It's like they can pick it out so you become familiar because you constantly been watching it. And there's a certain market they don't put where they done tagged it or something. It's like, damn, they know who that is and they know. Because we done shot this shit and we done knocked it over and we done went between. They love going between the legs. Every time they get out, I'm going, watch it. Some white, she always rubbing. She always going out by the painters. Oh, the belly. All right, get your animal. I really need to get your damn hand back up. They always want to play around your sexual area. All right, I'm trying to help y'all out now. They show these movies. They go and they dosh them up, throw it back in your face. So white people look like they know everything. So you automatically feel dumber. So when we get up here and we look at this, these people are renowned. They're the standard. For who? Not for us. These slave owners. What you think? They in the 1900s, they weren't slave owners? Come on, folks. I need y'all to be conscious. I'm being honest with y'all. I wouldn't want you to sit here and just buy something I tell you. I want you to think for yourself. Are you to honestly believe that means these people, in order for them to do the study they did, then no computers, no internet web, no iPad, no texting. You have to have the original documents. How you root word and get back if you ain't got these documents? And you telling me your white ass sit down and went through all this? Got to get us to believe it. They got to believe everything else they got to believe. The guys believe that they the one, the formulators and the writers of the Constitution, and a black man actually helped them wrote the Constitution. Everything they got, they stole it from our books. They know that the book is right. If it wasn't right, it wouldn't make sense to take the same principle. Why would they get 12 people to sit on the jury to judge when he told you the 12 Shalakim, what they call apostles, going to sit and judge all the nations? Why does he have to have a 12-person jury? Because he knows that it works. He knows that it came from something that's solid. Why does he have a man that was set up in a black robe from the neck down to the feet? And he have his hair white as snow. Because they won't whip. Why would he do that when it's in your book? Because he knows that it works. He knows that you were able to judge. You're an ancient judge. Your elders, your zakim, they were the people that judged. Your elders that judged. Even the tribal people, they'll have the elders that'll sit down and make decisions. He knows your book is right. So he fabricated and created him a system from it and then try to make like your book was a fairy tale, yet his system is built off of your truth. I know it's right. I know it's right because he won't give it to you. Just like he won't give your liberty. He won't give your liberty. Because he knows it's right for you to be free. Everything right, the white man will lie and he will hide it from you. Yep. They ain't gonna tell you some good John White. Had they read this book right, they would have never agreed or co-signed no slavery. That's right. They'd have told the white people they gave the book and the information to, it's wrong what we doing to these people. They should have told them that Mr. Yahuwah was going to come back and he was going to shop at these people. He's going to judge these people for what they done to us. That's how I know he wasn't right. He took what he wanted. He made it look like he was a scholar. Wanted to go sound school. I wouldn't sound let them teach me nothing. I'll be Kamin Qatar. I wouldn't take everything they say. It don't make sense. I know these people liars. I look at we with their kids now. All these are the same people that help perpetuate the lie to put these so-called Jewish people sitting over in our land now. Yep, that's right. Why these people tell you done did more study than we done? Why they let her call her black? He should have told that's not the word, it's Kashab. Yep. Or he would have told they would have called her Shakur. They would have told her. None of the other people never told her Tupac Shakur. I never knew why they called him Shakur. I never thought one way or the other about it. Yep. Till we started reading, we found that I am black. She never said, she said I'm Shakur. They wouldn't tell us that. His name, I didn't know that his name Tupac they gave because he was from an Inca warrior. And you know, white folk they call, these are the people that teach you English. These are the people that teach you vernacular. And they call the damn man Tupac. What did white folk call him? And they gonna pronounce my stuff and get it right. Damn man, they never told his name no Tupacs or what? Damn man couldn't even get out Sodom. Called him Saddam. But all of a sudden now his vernacular, his pronunciation is so accurate. Because he called him Sodom because he was trying to insult him. It meant shoe shine boy. White folks insult you. Yep. Y'all to sit around and hate me. I'm not your enemy. That's right. I'm trying to get you to get country. These people ain't never give a damn about you. That's right. Then when you gonna start giving a damn about yourself? Everybody to get checked. I don't fall asleep on belt and shit. When I went inside and said, man, that person now, they show right now. They the one got all of it. I don't trust none of them. And I found sitting around 6 and 7 wide. I got 1, they got 5. And they said it ain't the truth? What they designated scribe? They got way too much to lose. And I know they didn't think we make it this far. How do we know so much to bar? You the opposite of smart. What the You want to find another Lucia? Another booster? Make sure that you be ready for the coming of Yahuwah, because they know Yahudi on top. I'm trying to get y'all conscious. Quit thinking you wrong because they said something. All right, I'm going to get ready and let y'all go. But they're right. Yes, sir. They're right. I ain't going to never stop being angry to them until we get out of here. That's right. Let us go, leave us alone, then I can calm down. Yes, sir. Y'all hear me? That's right. But at least I tell y'all one, man, I ain't going to sit and tell you no lie. Yeah. Man, let me tell y'all something. This y'all nefesh. This your soul. If you finding something, you're doing something, you need to know as much as you need to know about it. Yep. Don't you know I'm going to have prejudice when I'm up here preaching? Come watch the need people. Put that James Strong picture for me again. Let me see that picture. You think I trust that bastard? This man going to have more rapes, more molestation. I'm telling you, way it come out. Get some time. Remember who told you about it? Listen, these guys, they had no morals and no ethics. When was the sign of ending abolishing slavery? 18 what? He born 1822. Where were niggas? You know why they're not going to talk about him owning a slave? Because that was common practice. 1820, you think he was born in a house of no slave? This man went to college, professor. Don't you know that damn man come out of a house with that kind of wealth from slavery? Soon as he got that book, soon as he start going through the book of U'ala Shemut, they call Exodus, he start looking and say, the shit we're doing is the same shit they did. And he destroyed them. I'm studying, I'm seeing the same pattern. He should have went and told somebody. People nothing but liars. I don't have no, y'all don't have to come back now. Anybody watching, throw your TV away. Get rid of it. At least I'm gonna be honest. I'm not finna say and tell a lie. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. I don't believe nothing they be saying. I don't believe them like that. I don't have no confidence in them. Man, you go to college, you get taught opinions. All the doctrine do is allow you to teach opinions. What you learned in the rest of your opinion. Anybody going to college, you got taught by a professor, you got some information, then the rest you got was their opinion. How many of y'all, somebody tell me I'm lying. Tell me a professor that teacher ain't their opinion. It's their class, you gonna get my opinion. He's a teacher, I ain't getting none of his opinion though. A lot of this is his opinion, and they're gonna be based off his association. Me and the other Klansmen I was with, the Clyde Klansmen I was with, this is what we say. Got a whole world sitting here believing this shit. Except me. And y'all won't believe everything they say. Now, I'm not against information. I'm just got to look at where you get some of your information from. These folks not in your favor. That make a difference. You know how many black people got the wrong different, what they call black people got the wrong definition, information from white people that ask, excuse me, how you get such a, sent you somewhere to get you whooped? Set you up because you trusted them. So when we're gonna get to a point we just start trusting everybody? What's my interest in y'all failing? What I get? What I get when y'all fail? It's not beneficial for me for you to fail. It's beneficial for me for everybody here to make it. Because it's gonna cost me if you don't. What's the interest of James Strong if y'all fail? How they gonna hurt him? They gonna go snatch that whole book and get rid of it. Because niggas didn't make it. Make no sense. See, these are the kind of questions you need to ask yourself. What vested interest do people have in your interest? These teachers and everybody, what interest they have in you? Listen, it better know they had to tell these teachers that if too many kids start failing, then they'll move them or transfer them or get rid of them. They had to make them have a vested interest. All these teachers ain't got no interest in your kid learning now, and the kids look like them. They let people with no kids teach kids. You might think that's a problem. That's not a problem. It's a problem for me. I need to have kids because you need to know the character. You need to know the behavior of a child. I'm in class. I'm teaching. Get up. Get up. Get out. You finna be exposed. You exposed. I'm gonna get. Come on back. I'm just using. He just got up. If I was a parent with a child, then I can know how to address that and kind of be familiar with certain behaviors. No, are you good? You need to have a seat. Versus, get out of here. You finna be suspended. You gonna be kicked out, which now is really finna cause a mental issue for him. Now that thing will be looking for some damn medication for him. Now that medication has his ass fidgeting. We gotta give him some more medication to stop him from fidgeting. Now his ass slumped over like a rock. Now we gotta give him some more medication to get him up that don't interfere with the other medicine we had to put him down. And the one that's supposed to put him down, we don't want that one to go out either. Now his ass on 3 medications. Because you got people that don't understand the material. Listen, you have to understand kids. Listen, as mean as I sound to all y'all, these kids come up here and see me. These kids know. They not hard. Can't y'all tell them real though? I'm new now. I'm new. But kids know if you're real. They know if you're genuine, you care about them. They know if you care. And that's what they need. We need people that care about our kids. Who care about, this is the information, listen, this is the syllabus, but let me tell you how this whole thing works. Break it down for our kids say learning. This is it, but let me tell you how this whole thing works. So now they work out, listen, now we broaden their horizon so they understand when danger comes. When somebody just walks in and just throws shit up on the board, they start watching. I just need to know where you at. That's all. I just need to know where you at. You got a professor. Your professor can give you a lot of their opinion. Whenever they go out to the bench, they go out, it's just gonna be a matter of their opinion gonna work into your coexistence. Or it's gonna be because they pissed about something really ain't got nothing to do with you. Professor can do that. When I talk, I let y'all know where I stand, where I'm at. I say I have a problem with it. I see faces like that. I see that shit right at 18, 20. What happened around 18, 20? Where were your mammy? Where was your grandpap at? Them dates important for us. White people take it, they like him. They know he was, you actually know, they say, but see, he wasn't, see, back then, it was accepted culture. By who? I ain't never accepted no shit like that. See, you know how many folks, you know the young generation buying in that. Y'all buy it, you know, they're buying shit like that. See, back then, people, shut your mother mouth. Tell me, it was wrong then, it's wrong now. Let me start owning white folk asses. And 200 years from now, you tell them back then it was an accepted culture. They don't call it wrong then, wrong now, wrong later. White folks make a fool out y'all. So I gotta get the white folks out you. Mike, I'm gonna get at you when you wake up. You be tired. You been to work? Doing what? That tired, he can't think about it. Come on, James Strong, tell it. Taking too long. That man been away, I swear. You be working the whole time you be at work. Mike, you think I believe that? Think about your answer. I don't believe it. You think I believe the whole time Mike without Mike working? You working the whole time you without Mike? That's tight. Y'all see that movie Unbreakable?
Oh, yeah.
That man ain't gonna break that life for nothing, is it? That's hard to believe. Whole time you there, you work, you ain't take no lunch break. Took 2 15-minute break. So you didn't work the whole time you were down. Well, then what else you did? Go ahead and tell her what else you did, Mike. But once you got all that, you just started back to work. Food non-stop. I know you stopped. I just be listening to him. I mean, what'd you start to go to the bathroom? Get some water. How many times you got some water?
15.
4 times. In 10 minutes. That's tight, man. I'm saying tight. In 10 minutes, 4 times. That man supposed to knock you off. He supposed to say, man, go ahead and take off, man. Take off. Yeah, take off, man. Tell man, take off, man. You ain't trying to, man, take off. That's what you do when you tell him, knock off, man. You want a construction site? Warehouse? They don't keep up with you. Well, they got that stuff going right now where they can't fire your ass. Just wait that stuff they'll kick out. They'll catch you. Right now they hurt. When they get rid of that unemployment, boy, they'll be getting them choice picks in now. Some of them $18 hour people, they're not gonna put up with your shit. They gonna get you right out of that way. A lot of folks been out with a lot of these folks here. They don't realize, y'all be done. When them folks kick that door open, they realize, yeah, we tired of your shit. Shit we don't hire. That shit right there. Ain't gonna have your pitch on there. You gonna be knowing. As soon as you come in, you done. I gotta teach them how to get up. Y'all gotta get up, y'all gotta work. You're a young man. How old are you, Mike? 52? 32? You get tired? 32, you get tired? I don't know if I got tired at 32. Maybe I'm sure I probably got tired 1 or 2 times, but it's gonna be hard to remember that. But you're at a good age, man, to really just take out and do a lot right now. It might not look like it, but you're at a good age now, man. This be your bedtime now to maximize. Y'all know that? I'm trying to help you. A lot of y'all, I know y'all ain't. A lot of y'all like to ask around. Y'all sit around wait on somebody to do it for you. But right now, a lot of y'all some good ages, but y'all can just really maximize now. You go ahead and put in all your time now, so y'all start hitting the mate like you sweet. You maximize now. You don't want to sit around and be like these folks. Struggling, hurting and shit. Wait on a basket to come by and get. I said, Dame John, I don't remember what basket it with. And what Hunt Best said, he said, man, I ain't know what basket it with. I mean, we ain't got but 1 basket. I don't know what he's talking about, but it works for him, innit? It's scary. How many times we done had all these different baskets? He said, I don't know. He said, John, he said, I don't know which basket it with. Hold on. Can you make sure mine go in the right basket? Yes, sir. I don't call it. You called the other day and asked him where the basket it is. He said, hold on, I got some more one put in there. I'm getting ready to let y'all get up and I'm gonna get ready and go. All right, yeah, come on, I know what that is. Let's put it in now. All right, let's get up. Give Mr. Yahuwah a hand clap. Ain't it wonderful? Appreciate y'all. You ready? You didn't get it? I put, okay. You forgot.